Worse interrogation here?
Absolutely, Bill.
I hope it doesn't descend into torture.
Let's hope not.
Yeah,
Let's hope
but
not, because you know we don't torture.
I'm going to get to that. Because I don't know what torture is to you guys, and that's what I want to find out. But I want, to our audience, to ask the questions to you that they're asking me. That's what I want to do. I'm not looking to bash you, make you look like an idiot. I'm not looking to do that. I'm not looking to take phone calls from Boise, Idaho, okay? These are questions that go to me,
sure.
All right? Because where I live, and your brother lives in the same area, we got scores of families still devastated from 9/11. And we got little kids walking around, don't know where mom and dad is, all right? Now, from reading your book, neither President Clinton nor President Bush would give the order to the CIA to kill Osama bin Laden. Is that true, and why would they not give the order?
Well, Bill, killing is something that everybody talks about this concept today as if it's the only way to do business. You know, we live, the Central Intelligence Agency and covert authorities that are provided to us by the President of the United States have always been handled very judiciously and very delicately over the course of time in history.
Here's what I'm talking about. President Ford allowed the CIA to assassinate. He signed an executive order, okay? So presidents can do that. I don't know whether you saw it, but Bill Clinton was grilled by Chris Wallace on this network. Why didn't you do more to get him? Why didn't you do more to get him? And the president said that he tried to kill him.
I worked hard to try to kill him. I authorized the finding for the CIA to kill him. We contracted with people to kill him. I got closer to killing him than anybody's gotten since.
In your book, you said Janet Reno told you trying to kill bin Laden was illegal.
Bill, how we interpreted the authorities we were provided throughout that time period, we understood that if he was killed in the context of a capture operation, that was okay. Nobody ever said you can simply go out and kill him. That never happened. Now,
was Clinton being disingenuous?
No. Well, his interpretation, here's his interpretation, but here's the point I'm trying to make. If I could have killed him, I said to the 9/11 Commission, if I thought I had the data, if I thought I had enough access, I would have said, look, let's change these authorities.
But the hard truth is you didn't get him in time. And I have to go back to your part in the book where Janet Reno, the Attorney General, told you killing bin Laden was illegal in her opinion.
Bill?
That's true, right?
Bill, it's true. Bill, can I say something to you?
Absolutely.
We live in a country where the laws matter. We live in a look, before 9/11, the political and legal framework we lived in.
I got it.
Okay, but so from my perspective as director, you just need to understand something. From my perspective as director, you tell me what the legal framework is. Tell me what the policy framework is. I'm going to do my level best. After 9/11, everybody's rules changed, and authorities start flowing. And now 5 years later, everybody. Well, nothing's happened in 5 years, right? People, and what does bin Laden think? What does he think?
Right now in American history, there's a propaganda war about Osama bin Laden and Iraq. The left, the Bush lied crew, all right, pushes one line, and you and the Bush administration and the Clinton administration, to some extent, pushes another line. And I'm trying to cut through the fog here, Mr. Tenet. It's not easy. I got a president of the United States telling Chris Wallace in the most emphatic fashion that he tried to kill him. I tried to kill it. I got your book saying, no, they wanted to capture him, and if he got killed, okay.
Almost.
So what's the truth?
The truth is almost all the authorities that we were provided are as I described them. Okay, I understand the word kill. The word kill is what everybody wants to talk about.
I don't think President Clinton nor President Bush ordered you guys to kill him. That's what I'm getting from almost everybody I talked to. You had a meeting with Condoleezza Rice in July of 2001, 2 months before 9/11. Scott Pelley asked you, okay, you say you told Condoleezza Rice the danger was imminent. We're going to get hit.
Why aren't you telling the president, Mr. President, this is terrifying. We have to do this now. Forget about the bureaucracy. I need this authority this afternoon.
Right, because the United States government doesn't work that way.
I thought that was weak.
Well, Bill, it's the way I did. That particular briefing, did I march down the hall? I'm sure Condi went down the hall and talked to him about it.
But you should have done it.
And I started talking about imminent threat in May.
But you should.
And I know the president understood my concerns. I knew the entire government understood my concerns. I knew everybody knew how concerned I was.
I would have been in there banging that table.
Well, you know, I banged every table in town. I was the guy who had his hair on fire that summer. I had my hair on fire for good cause.
But then it's President Bush's fault if you were banging the table and he didn't. Well, no, but nothing was elevated.
Listen.
Nothing was elevated.
Listen. See, this is you know, policy, intelligence, policy across two administrations, policy, law enforcement. Bill,
I know there was no coordination.
Listen, Bill. Well, we worked our hearts out. The country was unprotected. We didn't have a system of internal protection. Our visas, our borders, everything was out of. You could walk in anytime you wanted to. Look, Bill, you know, I say in the book, those families deserve more than they got from all of us.
You were right. You were right.
Look,
but you didn't scream it loud. You should have called me. I would have screamed it.
No, well, maybe we should have talked about this publicly. But, Bill, you know, of course, President, you know, the president's the one who asked the question, could they come here? We wrote that famous August 6th.
It's not about that. You said they're coming here and they're going to kill a lot of people.
We didn't say, we didn't know they were coming here, Bill. We didn't understand it. We say
threat is imminent?
Imminent, multiple, spectacular attacks. They want to destroy the United States. Well, Bill, if I knew they were coming here and I knew how it was going to happen, I would have stopped it. You didn't know it was going to happen,
but you knew it was coming. Now, let's move it ahead to 9/11 and then Tora Bora, we go in. I didn't know this, and this is fascinating. The CIA led the overthrow of the Taliban. You're in charge of the military campaign. I didn't know that.
Well, not in charge of it. We worked very closely with.
You were strategizing it.
We laid down a strategy. We were locked at the hip with our special operators, U.S.
And you were
Air
successful.
Power, and we were successful.
Except for Tora Bora, all right, which is where bin Laden escaped. Now, the Bush lie crew is, oh, they let them go, they're incompetent idiots, all right? You say you just couldn't, it was impossible to get them.
Look, everybody's all over this, and here's how it happened. We thought he was up there. We played with what we had on the ground. We were relying on tribal assets. In fairness to my guys on the ground, you know, we now know, and looking back through all this history, they wanted more people to show up.
Could Franks have gotten you more people?
Well, Tommy felt at the time, in discussion with our guys, he felt it's going to take too long. Look, we didn't go to Afghanistan with a big footprint.
No, but could you, if you had more guys?
It may have taken weeks, and we didn't. And Tommy didn't think we had the time. A decision was made. We played with what we had. If you look at this terrain, Bill.
No, I know. It's almost inhospitable.
So here we are in an operational environment. It's what happens. Do all of us wish we'd gotten? Absolutely. The reality we were dealing with, the number of people we can get there quickly. I don't know when he left. We know he left, and that's what happened.
Okay. All right, in our next segment with Mr. Tenet, we'll get into one of the biggest mistakes in American history, WMDs, and the Al-Qaeda-Iraq connection. Also, Dennis Miller's life was changed on 9/11, so he'll react.